Kanchelskis has recovered from the hamstring trouble, which kept him out of the midweek League Cup win at Ayr, and he'll look to give Patterson a miserable debut. The return of Kanchelskis, and Ian Ferguson's back in as well, means there's no place for Jonathan Johansson, and top scorer George Alberts is back on the bench. Arthur Newman is still injured, so Tony Vidmar continues at left back. The shape remains the same for Rangers, with Craig Moore in central defence, keeping out the Scotland skipper Colin Hendry. The two Scots in the side are the Fergusons, the creativity of Barry, alongside the industry of Ian. The referee at Tannadice is John Robotham. Rangers get the match underway. They lost their opening match of the season to Hearts at Tynecastle, and they've won every domestic game since. They're league leaders. They're in the League Cup semi-finals, and on Tuesday they'll play in the first round of the UEFA Cup. It's all going according to plan so far for Dick Advocat and his rebuilding of the side. Magnus Skoldmark's header clear there for United. That's Amoruso. Jenkins trying to thread the pass through. Now Vidmar. That was good backtracking by Gary McSwagan. Ian Ferguson closed down very quickly by Lars Zetterlund. Got the pass away though to Van Bronckhorst. Given away by Vidmar. Now come United. Olofsson, it's McSwagan. Chance for the opening goal. McSwagan should have done better. He knows it. Inside 60 seconds. A golden chance for McSwagan to give United the lead. How easily Rangers were opened up here. McSwagan dragged the shot wide. Well, I don't think Gary McSwagan could quite believe that this chance opened up for him against his old side. And he timed to way up the shot, but dragged it off target. Well, what a start that would have been for Paul Sturrock in his new career at Tannadice. And he would have expected McSwagan to have stuck that chance away. The Jenkins throw flicked on by Zetterlund, chased by McSwagan. That's a mistake by Amoruso. Early ball in. Charbonnier flapped at it with his right hand. Didn't look totally convincing there. But the first mistake was made by Amoruso. That gave the crossing possibility. And he got a hand to it, Charbonnier, but he couldn't hold it, and it was turned behind by Porrini. Andy McLaren's in-swinging corner kick. Missed by everybody. And Giovanni Van Bronckhorst happy to let it go out for a throw-in. Amoruso making an error of judgment there against Gary McSwagan. Good play from Wallace. Gabriel Amato tried to hold it up and won a free kick. Magnus Skoldmark, the offender. Amoruso in for Kanchelskis. Couldn't find the touch there to control it. Otherwise, that was a chance to give Rangers the lead. Well found here by Amoruso. Good free kick, well-timed run. But there was the touch which let Kanchelskis down. The left foot of Van Bronckhorst, all the way back to Ian Ferguson. Lines up the shot. Not too far away from Ian Ferguson. You could see him lining that one up. Well found here by Van Bronckhorst. And Ferguson trying to find the top left-hand corner. Inches away. Struck with the inside of the right foot. It was curling, and it didn't quite curl enough. Wallace, left by Ian Ferguson for Barry Ferguson. Sergio Porrini alongside. This looks promising for Rangers. Lofted in by Porrini. Amato's header. And saved by Dijkstra. The Argentinian couldn't quite get enough power in this header to trouble Dijkstra. But it was on target. Skoldmark's header. Perini. Good ball through, beating Neil Duffy, finding Rod Wallace. That's for Kanchelskis. And the shot by Van Bronckhorst blocked. Tony Moles dropped at the edge of the area. This could be dangerous for Dundee United. Ian Ferguson's shot. Again it was blocked. Won back by Barry Ferguson. Rangers looking for a free kick. Big advantage being played. Back in from Van Bronckhorst. The United penalty area under siege. Kanchelskis back to Moore. The immediate threat to United appears to be over, but Rangers still in possession. Back to walking pace from Amoruso. Perini, Ian Ferguson. Van Bronckhorst, room to turn. Onto that very dangerous left foot. Blocked by Neil Duffy. Dundee United still hemmed in. Left by Kanchelskis. Gabriel Amato couldn't control it. Slid away by Skoldmark. And that's given away by McSwagan. Won well by Barry Ferguson. Keeping possession well. Looking for Rod Wallace. And ushered away by Skoldmark. A period of real pressure from Rangers. Perini's pass sliding away from Duffy. Crossed in by Rod Wallace. Knocked back by Kanchelskis. And the shot from Van Bronckhorst was blocked. Morris Malpass pleading at the second attempt. Has touch from McSwagan. Through for Kjell Olofsson. And out of his line, playing as a sweeper there, Lionel Charbonnier. Well anticipated, well executed as well, as Kjell Olofsson here looked to have a real chance in and goal. Morris Malpass taking no chances. Steve Dykstra was well out of his goal. Kanchelskis for Wallace. No foul, despite the vocals from the Rangers supporters. Olofsson gets it back to McSwagan. Out comes Charbonnier, just at the edge of the area. Thought about picking it up, and then decided to clear with his foot. Perini. Just wouldn't quite come down for Amato. Here he is again. Good tackle, Skoldmark. Zetterlund available alongside him. It's a good ball for Kjell Olofsson. We'll be disappointed with that first touch, Kjell Olofsson. And a good tackle by Craig Moore, but he was shown too much of the ball by Olofsson, who would look to have made more of this. It was the first touch which set up Craig Moore for that tackle. 36 goals in the last two seasons, Kjell Olofsson, none so far this season. His long throw, flicked off the top of Barry Ferguson's head. And what an effort from Gary McSwagan, palmed away by Charbonnier. And finally out of Van Bronckhorst, although John Robotham reckons the last touch off Jenkins, but what a good stop that was from Charbonnier. He's got a World Cup winners' medal to boast of, having been part of the French World Cup squad during the summer, and that was a top-class stop from Charbonnier. Missed by Amoruso, kept in by McSwagan. Stretching out there was Craig Moore, did well, because Andy McLaren was lurking in behind him. Good defending by Moore. McLaren. Unable to deliver the telling final ball into the box there, and no one more disappointed than Andy McLaren. Here he is again, took a deflection, Olofsson and a swing, and it went harmlessly behind. Kjell Olofsson wheeled onto his right foot, but there was enough of a challenge from Perini to put him off. Barry Ferguson, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, Tony Vidmar, in for Rod Wallace, just a couple of yards ahead of him, and into the arms of Sieb Dijkstra. Well built up this by Rangers, shifting the ball around, changing the angles, and it took a deflection on its way through to the keeper. Now the teenager Patterson. That's for Andy McLaren, but Sergio Perini got there first. Now starting a Rangers attack. Amato's flick for Rod Wallace. Back comes Jenkins. That was well covered by Ian Jenkins, as Rod Wallace seemed to be racing through on goal. Wallace for Van Bronckhorst. Sieb Dijkstra, he's lost it. Cleared by Magnus Skoldmark. Skoldmark getting in the way of his goalkeeper there. Barry Ferguson, and a free kick right at the edge of the area. The foul by Andy McLaren. And this could be a dangerous moment for United to defend. And it all started when Sieb Dijkstra failed to clutch the cross, and Magnus Skoldmark got in his way here. Otherwise, that had to be the keeper's ball. So United and Dijkstra will feel that was an unforced error. And with just a couple of minutes to go in the first half, plus stoppage time, United will feel a little nervous about this. Every tangerine shirt behind the ball. And Rangers mulling over their options from the set piece. Van Bronckhorst is there. This could be right for his left foot. Not too much of a problem though for Sieb Dijkstra. It didn't really carry too much pace, the free kick, and it was straight at the keeper. And that's half-time, and Dundee United have acquitted themselves well in the first match with Paul Sturrock as the new manager. And indeed Gary McSwiggan had two chances to give United the lead. The first of them inside the first minute of the match, played through by Olofsson, got away from the central defensive pairing of Moore and Amoruso, but he tugged his shot wide when he must have desperately wanted to put that on target. Not too many chances for Rangers at the other end. This was about as close as they got. A curling effort from Ian Ferguson, just a couple of feet off target. And then McSwiggan again, good effort this time, very much on target, touched away by Lionel Charbonnier. Half-time at Tannadice, Dundee United 0, Rangers 0. Dundee United start the second half after signs of encouragement in the first half, because it's been a miserable start to the season for them. Here's another chance for Gary McSwiggan. Knocked away by Charbonnier, and almost a mirror image of how the first half started. But this time, the flag was up against McSwiggan, as he thought he was through on Charbonnier again. And there's a famous profile inside one of the director's boxes. Sean Connery is a guest here of David Murray, the Rangers chairman, and giving the match his full concentration. Amoruso's pass all the way through to Perini. On the move is Kanchelskis. There's a chance to play the early ball in. He's elected to wait a bit longer. Now Van Bronckhorst working it onto the left foot. Well hit as well. He scored a real corker a couple of weeks ago against St Johnstone. Paul Sturrock remembers that well. This time, again well struck all the way along the deck, and comfortably held by Dijkstra. Vidmar, the back pass, just about making it to Charbonnier. McSwiggan sprinting around, trying to make life difficult for the Rangers defence. Good play from Barry Ferguson. Dragged the ball away from Andy McLaren. His pass cut out by Skoldmark. Prodded away by Zetterlund. And now Ferguson again. Braying passes around from the central midfield, Barry Ferguson. Now Van Bronckhorst. Fairly pacey pass from Amoruso. Ian Ferguson, Rod Wallace. Rod Wallace not being given much time or room here today by Magnus Skuldmark. Given away here though. Now a chance for Wallace. Onto the left foot. Tony Vidmar's behind him. Couldn't make much of that. And that looked really threatening as Rod Wallace was sprinting towards the penalty area. But it all ended like a bit of a damp squib for Rangers. A European tie in Jerusalem on Tuesday night to look forward to. They're planning for that, but their attention at the moment very much on domestic business. All the way through for Olofsson. Andy McLaren. Porini in front of him. Olofsson, McSwiggan, Zetterlund and Jenkins in the box. But Andy McLaren can't get to the byline to pull the ball back. That was his plan. Thwarted by Sergio Porini. Experience defending this from the Italian. He was never going to dive into the challenge. But he has that experience with Juventus and Milan. The Malpass header, chested down by McSwiggan from McLaren. And a free kick against McLaren, who looks to be becoming increasingly frustrated at his inability to get away from Sergio Porini. Losing out yet again, unlucky there, and he had a little wild kick there. Amoruso inviting Tony Vidmar to push up. It's back with the skipper, and some signs of impatience among the Rangers supporters. And again, the link-up not working between Amato and Wallace. Gabriel Amato flicked the ball on, but Rod Wallace was standing right alongside him. McSwiggan, that's a good ball with the outside of the foot for Jim Patterson. Trying to work that back onto the left foot. Took a couple of touches too many there, maybe Patterson. Showed it to Porini. And Porini was able to clear a great pass there from McSwiggan, opening things out. And maybe an early strike was what was wanted there from Patterson. Porini concedes the corner kick. McLaren with it. And a chance on the 6-yarder for Neil Duffy. Couldn't get any contact. This was a well-delivered corner kick. A lot of bodies in the box, and just the merest of touches from Duffy. There's Malpass, cleared by Ian Ferguson. And Jim Patterson on the left foot. Dragged the effort wide. He's not lacking in confidence, the teenager. Took a couple of steps forward and cracked a shot at goal. Charlie Miller warming up behind Lionel Charbonnier. Came off the top of Ian Jenkins' head. And a foul on Neil Duffy. Van Bronckhorst, the offender in this aerial tussle. The Morris Malpass free kick midway through the second half. Lorenzo Amoruso won the header. Out comes Sergio Porini. Only as far as Tony Moles. Untidy play as Rangers played that out. Long ball again from Malpass. Olofsson trying to hang in the air for the header. It drops for Gary McSwiggan. Back in looking for Olofsson. Tony Vidmar was in the way. It's a poor clearance though, and Andy McLaren has another chance for United. Vidmar's header, and again, did well there. He defended that well in a potentially tight situation. But United must be gathering some confidence here. They seem to be containing Rangers and creating some opportunities at the other end. Mal pass to Duffy. Nice flick from Olofsson. Zetterlund on the left foot and didn't catch the shot. Worked the opening well enough. This was a lovely touch from Olofsson, which gave Zetterlund a couple of yards of room, but not a shot to trouble Charbonnier. Barry Ferguson, Ian Ferguson, won well by Tony Moles, and as Charbonnier came out to collect, it was touched away from him by Amoruso. Breakdown in communication there, that could have been deadly for Rangers. Away from Vidmar. The Kanchelskis flick. But the Dundee United supporters definitely seeing possibilities here. Jim Patterson robbed. Through from Barry Ferguson for Rod Wallace, a chance for the opening goal for Rod Wallace. Sieb Dijkstra did enough. Good save by the keeper and turned away by Malpass. Well, you'd have expected Rod Wallace to have tucked that away, but credit to the keeper. And now United on the counter. And Kjell Olofsson wins a corner kick. It came off Lorenzo Amoruso. Barry Ferguson played an inch-perfect ball through it, released Rod Wallace, and quickly off his line was Dijkstra. He spread himself well in front of that, and that saved United. Van Bronckhorst, miscue on the header, knocked away by Amoruso. Kanchelskis with the flick. And now Rangers on the move. Van Bronckhorst, Amato on the right, Barry Ferguson on the left. He took too long. A free kick given though against Tony Moles. But Van Bronckhorst surely should have released this earlier, and Rangers might well have had a goal. As it is, they have a free kick 25 yards out. Rangers make a change. Gabriel Amato is off, and on comes Charlie Miller, the two scorers from the League Cup tie in midweek at Somerset Park, trading places. Miller waiting 27. 2 goals already in 4 subs appearances. Barry Ferguson's free kick! So close! It is head in his hands there. That must have been agonisingly near to breaking the deadlock. Beautifully delivered, swerving shot, just a couple of feet wide, and Sieb Dijkstra flung himself to his left to try to get there. That was Moore. Kanchelskis gets it back from Charlie Miller. Kanchelskis maybe tempted here to go all the way. Finally crowded out. Now Van Bronckhorst! No one expecting the shot at that point from Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and that really sizzled across goal and just a couple of feet wide. He took the unexpected option there, and he nearly caught out Sieb Dijkstra. In from Jenkins, a shot from Olofsson, and he didn't catch it. Applauding the delivery of the ball into the middle from Jenkins, but off target from Olofsson. And we don't see that one too often. A reluctant spectator, Colin Hendry, the Scotland skipper. Most people would have expected him to have been a first choice in the starting lineup, but he has to wait due to the form of Craig Moore. Vidmar knocking the ball over the head of Jim Patterson, collected by Kanchelskis. The Rangers fans desperately want him to make something happen here. Torini. It's through, and a chance for Charlie Miller, saved by Sieb Dijkstra. I don't think Charlie Miller was expecting that. And yet again, United indebted to their goalkeeper. This eluded everyone. Malpass, Duffy, Wallace all went for it, but the chance fell for Charlie Miller. That's full time at Tannadice. And it's a goalless draw between Dundee United and Rangers. And a performance which will give Paul Sturrock a lot more encouragement than his counterpart in the away dugout, Dick Advocat. A job well done for Paul Sturrock and his team in Sturrock's first match as Dundee United manager, and he'll have been well impressed by the performance of Sieb Dijkstra, who had second half saves from Rod Wallace and Charlie Miller to deny Rangers the 3 points. Miller came on as a sub, and from close range he tried to prod the ball under Dijkstra, but the goalkeeper saved well. But the Rangers players going off shaking their heads, because it's been a performance lacking spark and imagination from them, and a disappointing performance to take into Europe next week as they head for Jerusalem. But the United fans a bit more encouraged. That's their second Premier points of the season, and maybe happier times are on the way for them. At Tannadice, Dundee United 0, Rangers 0.